So you're back for season 5 of Raven's Home. What can fans expect from this season?
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. The first thing you can expect are shenanigans. We are headed back to San Francisco to help my father, who just had a mild heart attack. So the first thing you see is the warm face and kind heart of Rondell Sheridan reprising his role as Victor Baxter, which is amazing. And you see Isaac, Ryan Brown, my son, and the journey of him being a new kid in a new territory and finding his legs as his own person. That's such a great story in and of itself. And to add on the fact that he has to go to the same school that his mom did, encounter the same people that his mom did, can be kind of, a little bit difficult depending on how you look at it. And we have new family members and new castmates and friends to really push the story along, which makes me so excited because I love Raven Baxter. I love playing her, and I love the journeys that she has provided for myself and also for others to watch. And there's so many more to come.
Now let's go back to talking about you returning to San Francisco, back to the That's So Raven, the OG home that Raven was growing up in when we were watching her on the original show. What was it like for you, though, being back on that set and sort of seeing all of the history that was there from the other show?
Well, it's interesting because before the set was even up, I was able to see the plans from our amazing set designer. And on Zoom, I remember having to mute myself because I was either whimpering with joy or like screaming with excitement. And first day walking on that set, just floods of memories coming through, parties, the time that I graduated and I got my head pushed into a cake that was off screen, not on screen. Just the stories of my childhood. I was 15 to 18 on That's So Raven. And so coming back at 36 and reliving those moments, and also having a wonderful cast and crew, some from That's So Raven, some not, but resurrecting those stories in a different way for this season. Perfect.
I have to say, I was watching the preview. I was an OG That's So Raven fan back in the day. So I was watching the preview, and there was a bit where you walked into your old room and you were like, my old room. And I was like, I feel that emotion too. Her old room. It was so fun to see. You're back, as you said, with your TV dad, Rondell Sheridan. What was it like working with him again?
Working with Rondell was just easy. Like, we have kept in touch all throughout these years, and getting back on set, getting in the swing of things, it was like riding a bike, although I suck at riding a bike. So it was more like, eating pizza, super easy and everyone can do it. And he's amazing. And it felt good to be able to work with someone that has had his own show, has worked with me. So as we bring in new characters and new people, it's not just me giving advice. It's also this very intelligent man, and I learned so much from him as well. So it's been fun working with Rondell. He's crazy.
I'm sure the chemistry was there and you guys just picked up right where you left off. But speaking of reunions, you have your Cheetah Girls co-star, Adrienne Bailon, joining you, making a cameo again on Raven's Home. She had a few guest starring roles on That's So Raven. So what was it like being back on screen with her?
Again, it's like working with people from my childhood, staying in contact with them, and then being able to just go ham, action, go, and just have the freedom to be free, have the freedom to act however I need, and knowing that these people have my back and vice versa. So I'm going to speak for her. She really enjoys comedy. She really enjoys the medium of sitcom. And that doesn't happen for her a lot, And so she was excited to come back on set because there's a type of energy and a freedom that happens on a sitcom. It's like a stage play ultimately. And you just get to let go, know your lines, and act. And we get to do it together, and it's been fun. It's been a great moment for us.
Well, we love a Chuchi and Bubbles reunion. Are we going to see any other fun cameos this season, though, that you can kind of tease maybe?
Of course you are. There's going to be lots of moments that will make you just spinch a little bit, just a little happiness. You know what I mean? The references, people, areas, and characters. And that's fun. That's fun for not just the viewer, but also for us as the cast, because Rondell and myself can sit there and be like, I remember when I was younger. And all of our young castmates will be like, all right, but now it's our turn. So we get to like blend together in a cool way. Very excited for the episodes coming up. I think that the nostalgia factor is definitely there, and we are not blind to it.
Now, why did you want to have Adrienne back on the show and join you again? And how has your friendship evolved throughout the years off screen?
I wanted to have Adrienne back because I think she was one of the best nemesis of Raven Baxter on the original That's So Raven. And a good nemesis just makes for good storylines. And she plays the principal. And even though she's not in every episode, you can feel her in every episode because there's more to it than just being the principal. I forgot the second part of your question. Forgive me.
How has your friendship evolved off camera since you guys started working together all these years ago up until now?
Our friendship has definitely evolved. You know, when we first started, she's a little bit older than me, but not that much. So in our teens, really excited for the future and what's going to happen, dating here and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, after Cheetah Girls going our own way and path in the industry, really staying strong with the goals that we set for ourselves and rooting each other on from the sidelines and offering support when necessary and showing love throughout. I think that is so important, camaraderie. And we're married now, and right now we are on our own personal health mission for ourselves as a friend, and we're that didn't make sense, but we send each other pictures of our foods to keep each other on track. It's really fun. And it feels good to be able to have a friend in the industry that is not out for your job, that does not have jealousy underneath it. We live our own path. We are grounded in our own ways, and we respect each other. And we both give each other advice that we didn't even know we were looking for, but because we have so many similarities, it works.
I read an article recently about how That's So Raven was really breaking barriers back when it was on. I think I saw that it was one of the longest running Disney Channel shows in history. What does that legacy mean for you?
It means that I got a lot of work to do, girl. It means that I got a lot of things to do. Okay. Meaning, one of my new goals is to beat That's So Raven. I work really hard every day to bring my best into the show as EP, as actress, as director, and want to really set records as best as I can. So right now, really happy to be a part of Raven Baxter again in this fashion. Hopefully be one of the longest running characters on a network. That would be awesome. I mean, The Simpsons is pretty long, but I'm down for the challenge, and continuing that journey and continuing just to entertain families, So you can't chase after the past, but I'm definitely trying to, do what I can.
Well, I think you're doing a great job of that. I love how this Raven really emulates the former Raven. You can really see that she has grown, but she is still so authentic to the original character. Why was that so important to you?
Well, that's so important because have you read comments recently in the social medias? They will come for you if it's not
authentic, honestly.
Right? I try not to. It's for my mental health. But, we have a lot of people that watch the original that will come for us if we don't do this right. Because I've seen some reboots and I come for them in the comments. So I know what it's like. But also, I enjoy the character that she is. I enjoy the storylines That's So Raven set as a bar for the rest of the brand. And I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing the evolution of a character over this long of a period. She was a teenager, then she went to high school. Now she has kids. Now she has teenagers. Who knows? And how interesting is that to see in a family comedy dynamic? This hasn't moved over to an adult comedy. This is still wholesome type of comedy that everyone can enjoy, and it's possible to do. It's possible. So I'm proud of it.